YouTube! Wuthering Waves' first anniversary is rapidly approaching, and today we got the live stream. As you can see here, we have the Wuthering Waves version 2.3 preview special broadcast. They went over everything we're going to be getting in the anniversary here. I will mention two pieces of information right now because they're the big talking points. First, we're getting a collaboration between Wuthering Waves and Cyberpunk. It's coming in 2026, so we do have a whole year till then. The other piece of information is the part that everyone is complaining about. We are not getting a free 5-star limited or standard character from the anniversary, at least not yet. You can see here, this is from the Yang bot, which is a bot in the official Wuthering Waves Discord server. It's an official bot. It says, "Hello Rovers, we've heard your concerns in regards to the anniversary live stream. After further discussions with the team, we have reopened the anniversary channel for you to voice out your concerns or suggestions, positive or negative." I don't know. I think we're getting a lot. I mean, you can see here on my notes, which is everything we're going to be covering in this video here. I have a lot of stuff here that they talk about, and this is like real short and sweet because I want to keep this video as short as sweet as possible. Would I love a free 5-star? For sure. If we end up getting one, I feel like it's going to be another standard banner, in which case probably going to be Verena. So starting off here, we're already about 25 minutes into the video. We're getting Zani. This is our new Resonator that will be coming out. Zani here is a Spectro Gauntlet DPS character. You can see here the Ascension materials and skill upgrade materials if you want to start farming now. She will be our first anniversary 5-star. She'll be part 1. We'll be getting our next one in part 2. But if you want to watch all her animations and watch them talk about her, definitely watch this part of the live stream. I'm just trying to keep this short and sweet. But that is Zani. I will 100% be pulling for Zani. Zani is one of my favorite character designs and just characters in general in this game so far. Now we have our next character, whose name I'm going to butcher because the way they say it in the video, I feel like that's just the very Chinese way of saying it. And I feel like she's like, I get that it's a Chinese company that made the game, but I feel like she's not supposed to be like a Chinese character. Ciaconna, I probably butchered that. I forget how they say it in the story. It's been a minute since I've sat there and listened to them say it. But she is our new other Resonator, part 2 Resonator. She will be an arrow pistol wielding character. She is more kind of like a support-ish character. She's really cool. She has some really cool animations. So I really like her music design and all that. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, go watch them explain it. But we have our Ascension materials and our skill upgrade materials for her. So if you want her, make sure you're grinding those materials so you can get her leveled up as soon as she comes out. Of course, this is true for both of them, but we will be having their companion stories that you will be able to do as we get with every new Resonator. Just thought I'd mention it though. As you can see, we're about halfway through the whole live stream at this point. But this is when we start getting news about the events and all of the optimization and quality of life stuff coming to the game. This is our first event here. This is kind of like the big anniversary special event. You can see we got the cake in the background, and everyone is going to turn into a giant cube head. They're all becoming blockheads. And this event here is the Cube, Cubic, and Cube. It's essentially a combat event where you're going to pick the cube heads as replacements for echoes when you're doing this battle. And they're going to have special abilities. You're going to be able to level up the cube heads. You're going to be able to give them special abilities. And then that's kind of the rundown. The rest is just kind of combat. You can see here, we have the Jinsei cube. She's looking very cute. I do have to admit, these cubes look very cute. You can see here in battle, the cubes will kind of just bounce around the field. And then when you use your echo ability, it's going to activate their special ability, which is going to be based on whatever character the cube is representing. So you can see here, the cubes are also going to do a little bit of fighting, besides using their just special abilities. After battle, you're going to get these rewards from a chest. Essentially, the cookies and gold are used for upgrading the cube, and then these little patches are kind of like the buffs and other abilities you're going to apply to the cubes. So that's what that looks like. This is the buff upgrade screen. You can see here, there's a lot of slots for you to put on your cubes. This is the special reward. There's other rewards too, like the astrite and all that normal stuff you get from events. But these are the special awards. You can have the banner from the first anniversary event and then an avatar from the first anniversary event. So this is like the special because it's the first anniversary event. This is like the big one. This is like the anniversary event. So you get these special rewards. Next up though, we have the QB Derby warm-up event. This is kind of two parts, this thing. There's the QB Derby warm-up and then the QB Derby. With it, you can see here though, we have these rewards. We have a free multi on the limited character banner. We have a phantom echo. We have some, just the normal stuff for level and upgrading stuff. And then we have this wing, which they're going to give an animation of, so I'll wait to explain it. But that's what we're getting mainly from this. This is what the screen is going to look like when you're actually in the event. it seems to be you just log in during the event, complete a task, and then you're going to get your reward. You can see here at the bottom how the rewards are kind of broken up over, I'm assuming this is days. And once this is over, we're going to have the QB Derby because we're done warming up. It's Derby time, baby. The more support that goes into a character, the further along they're going to make it. I think this is just a popularity contest. And so you'll earn rewards from your popularity on them. I don't think it's an actual race. I think it's much more of a popularity related thing, but that'll be happening. We'll be able to get rewards from it for not really doing much of anything except for just rooting for who we want to win. So that's kind of cool. Then we have the anniversary photo collection event. You can take photos in cube form, and there's actually this funny thing. You're going to be able to relive events from the story, but everyone has been cubed. So we got the shorekeeper going on here. The big scene I feel like everyone really loved. Now it's cubed. So this is kind of just like a fun little, hey, we're going back, remembering all the big moments that happened in the story thus far, and we're kind of making it funny and cute by making them all chibi cubes. So now we have the banners here. This is going to be Zani's banner. You can see we have our 4 stars down here, the rate up 4 stars on her banner. But the bigger thing people want to talk about, we have our anniversary phase 1 Resonator convene. It is a banner consisting of all 5 of these limited 5 stars. You get to pick which one you want to go for. They did not say that if there's a 50-50 or not, so that, you know, you might lose and get one of the standards instead, but it's kind of taking 5 banners and bunching them into one. You're going to only be able to pull whoever your target is of the limited resonators. There's that going on here. You can pick which one you want of these people. If you're missing, maybe you weren't playing when GN came back and you come on a rerun, you want them now. We also have a phase 1 banner of their weapons, so you can pick whatever weapon you want. Say maybe you got Zhang Liao and he was free, but you didn't pull for his weapon and you really want his weapon to make him better. So you go and you can pull for his weapon now. Same thing with whoever other weapon you want, but the 5-star weapons and the 5-star characters are 2 separate banners, and you get to pick whichever one you want to go for on the banner. When Zani in phase 1 ends, we're going to get our ciaconna. Those are the rate up 4 stars on her banner. That is her weapon. And then we're going to get the phase 2 Resonator convene. As you can see, we have Jinxi, Chang Li, Carlotta, Roshia, and Mr. Brandt. These are our 5 stars for phase 2. Same thing with this banner. You get to pick which one you want to go for, and then when you get your 5-star, when you get the limited 5-star, it's going to be whichever one you picked. The phase 2 weapon banner, which is the same character's weapons. So if you want the signature weapon, you can go get it there. If you maybe got the character first time, not the weapon through. But the reason I want to talk about this real quick is this is what people are complaining about. People are saying, oh, there's 12 banners, or with all the weapons, there's 24 banners coming out. And this is where people are like, oh, there's not enough rewards. This is why we need something free. No game is meant for you to be able to pull on every, like for this, there is no game that will ever come out in the history of mankind from a company that is trying to make money that is going to involve you being able to pull every single one of these characters and their weapons for this thing. You're going to have to pick. You're going to have to pick who you want. That is true no matter what. I don't care what company is making the game. It's just not happening. There's no one that's going to be that generous who's like, yeah, let's give them every character in the game, the chance for them to pull every single character in the game during this one little window of anniversary. I'm sorry. You can get angry at me or whatever you want, but that's just not going to happen. Now we have our next event here, the Solaris Film Festival event. This actually looks pretty cool. So there's going to be different stories here that you're going to be able to play through. While you're going through, you're going to be moving along. Depending on certain actions you take, it's going to lead to certain things that happen. And you're going to be able to get more resonators. You're going to fight. It's another combat event. You can see here. You're going to be fighting certain enemies based on whatever story you're playing through. And then they mention here, besides the astrite rewards you normally get, there's going to be a phantom crownless, the red crownless, and the nightmare crownless phantom. That's pretty cool, but then you're going to be getting astrite and all that other good stuff you normally get through events. So I think this event looks really cool. I like when games kind of mix it up so it's not just all the same. Oh, it's just the same fighting every single time over and over. And don't get me wrong, I love combat in the game, but I think having a different flavor of what's kind of going on leading to the combat definitely makes for more interesting gameplay and experiences. Then we're getting 2 new tactical holograms. Here we're getting Flirtless. Probably butchered that again. I'm going to do it with a lot of characters. We're getting her in the tactical hologram. And then we'll be also getting the tactical hologram of Lorelei. These, it's nice to get new tactical holograms, new kind of challenge to take on. They seem to be challenging from what I've seen, so, you know, we'll have to see how people fare against them, what their thoughts are when they're actually battling them, but that's cool, new tactical hologram. We're going to be getting the usual 7-day login event that we get with every new patch. So we're going to be getting the 5 limited time and the 5 standard banner summons just for free, logging in for 7 days during the patch, so make sure you log in. And then at the end of the 2.3, we're going to be getting another 7-day login event, which will give you 300 astrite, some good old upgraded materials, and then this is a new thing that I'm about to get to, but it helps you change the main stat of an Echo. We're getting Beyond the Waves Arena Sita, which is another Lalo event. It's essentially the one where you have the little map, you click the squares on it, just like this, and bang, you get rewards. If you've been playing Wuthering Waves, they've had this event numerous times. You know this one, so we're getting that again, which is as cool. It's free stuff, basically, for just clicking through. It's, you know, it's nice. They also have a web event, which will show you your yearly progress, basically everything you've been up to in Wuthering Waves over the past year, depending on, you know, however long you've been playing. So if you're interested in kind of the numbers and all of that breakdown on your journey thus far, they will have that. You can see you'll get some astrite from it, so that's cool. I always kind of like those look back things. They're just fun. Now we get to the wings. You can see here, this is flight aspect. It's an echo aspect. Basically here, this is going to change your flight wings in game when you're gliding. So it's pretty cool. You can see here, there's a confetti trail that flies behind. I'm sure we'll get a whole bunch more of these going forward in the future, but it's just kind of cool. I'm sure there'll be some cool ones that come out in the future. Nothing too life-altering, but is, you know, it could be fun having different customizations once we get more than just this one, but, you know, it's fun. Now we have the data modify, which this isn't exactly the best thing in the game. Like, so the explanation here is you're going to be able to pick an unupgraded Echo, and you're going to be able to change their main stat. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think this is nice. Obviously, the substats would be better, so you don't have to sit there and roll awful substats. I mean, even with this, you could change the main stat and then roll just the worst substats ever for whatever character you're aiming for. But at least with this, if you keep pulling, like, as you can see here, you keep pulling an HP main stat Echo or something that isn't what you want. You want crit rate or crit damage. You can go here and change it using the new currency that they have in the game, and they're going to give out the currency through exchange shops, events. You're going to get some for free in the mail. They're going to have a whole bunch of ways for you to get it they talk about, but this is nice. I would prefer substat. Maybe we'll get there eventually. I understand a big part of having people play the game a bunch is trying to grind Echoes to get good substats. It's the same thing in every one of these gacha games. Same thing in Genshin, same thing in Star Rail. You sit there, smash your head against the keyboard as you try and get a better substat or, you know, main stat, whatever relic roll. That's just how it is. But at least we can change the main stat now, so if you keep rolling the wrong main stat, you can just change it instead of having to just keep fighting endlessly until you get the main stat you want. The next thing they want is just kind of quality of life change. There's no more cooldown for boss fights. When you go fight them, you'll be able to immediately fight them again, which I'm very happy about. I really like this change because I was tired of, I just wanted to grind the one boss, and so I'd kill it, and then I'd kind of just have to like set down my controller, look at my phone, or go do something else in game until the boss decided to respawn. So no cooldown anymore means I can just kind of run through, get it done, and then move on to whatever else I have to do in my day. So this is nice. Then they're adding a birthday blessing. You'll receive a special birthday blessing for your birthday, so you're going to be able to set when your birthday is in game. You won't be able to change it once you set your birthday, but then you'll be able to get the special birthday rewards, which you can see on screen here down at the bottom here, which my mouse is going around in a circle. You get a crown that you can actually put on your resonator. You get some solvent and whatnot. You can see here they have the crown on the resonator. I believe the crown is just for the day that is your birthday. After that, you won't be able to wear the crown until it's your birthday again. Just kind of a special birthday thing. You'll get a free birthday song from the plushie squad. So, you know, that's kind of fun. I really like some of the music in this game. So, just cool to have kind of more music stuff like that. And then they talk about here, what if your birthday's already passed? You have to wait till next year until it happens? No, your birthday's already passed. You will get your birthday rewards from this year, and then you'll get them next year going forward, you know, however many years going forward on your birthday. But if your birthday already passed this year, don't worry. You'll still get the stuff. They understand you don't want to wait all that time. So I don't know if that just means like 2025 calendar year. So if your birthday was January up until the time that this comes out, you'll get it. Or if they just mean for the entire time wuwa's been around, if your birthday happened at all, everyone will just get it immediately. So I guess we'll have to see on that. But yeah, I mean, my birthday's at the very end of the year. So if it's just for birthdays in 2025 so far, I will be waiting until the end of the year. But either way, this is a cool, nice little thing to have. Now, they've upgraded the return events. So if you stopped playing the game for a while, now you will be able to come back and get even better rewards than you would have before. The original window they mentioned here was 30 days, but now they have a special one for 60 days. If you've been away for like 2 months or more, you'll be able to log in and get these extra special upgraded return event stuff. You can see here, there's 10 pulls there, which I know people are going to be like, oh, wait, why do they get 10 pulls when they haven't played? It's because they're trying to bring people back. And trust me, you've gotten more than 10 pulls playing over the last 60 days. I can guarantee you that. So yeah, it's just to try and help get people back into the game if they stopped for whatever reason. And so that's why it's there. They have a special returnee event, anniversary returnee invitation event, trying to kind of help you get caught up and everything going on in the game. Then here we have a little bit of a lore help thing. So going forward, when people are talking, you're going to see here there will be some underlined words. When you click it, it will bring up a glossary, which will give you an explanation of what it is. So if you're ever going through, maybe you just kind of skipped through some of the story because you wanted to catch back up after falling behind, and you didn't quite catch all the story aspects and something comes up, you can kind of click through the glossary, help you understand what's going on in the game so you can feel more in touch with the game and the world. Now here they talk about, you can see, since we know the package size, basically they're making the game more compressed so it doesn't take up as much space on your computer. They said they'll work on it for mobile. It seems right now it's just for PC related things. You'll be able to specify what you want to download better so you don't have everything downloaded at once, all that stuff. So this is just a nice change for people that need that. Next up, ray tracing and visual improvements, more availability for 120 FPS as well for more different, setups of PC. So if you have maybe not the newest parts, but you wanted 120, maybe now going forward, you'll be able to get that with some of their changes here. But trying to improve the game graphically is what they're talking about here. A special gift on May 23rd. This is the official start date for Wuthering Waves. This is the official birthday for Wuthering Waves. On the 23rd, when you log in, you'll be able to get 10 free pulls on a limited banner, as well as a special anniversary avatar. You can see here, we already saw the avatar earlier actually, but you'll get it for free here on the 23rd, as well as the 10 pulls. So make sure you log in on the actual birthday. I'm sure the login will probably be available beyond it, but either way, make sure you're logging in, collecting this so you don't miss out on a free multi. Then they go on to mention, if you haven't claimed your pre-registration rewards and all of that, do it. Go do it, because on the 22nd, you will no longer be able to claim them. They're going to change the rewards, so new people will still get stuff, but if you haven't claimed your pre-registration rewards and all that, and you want to, I would imagine you've done it thus far if you got them, but who knows, go and collect them. Make sure you do it before the 23rd of May. After that, you will no longer be able to do it. And then here they mentioned the newcomer. You're still going to be able to pick a 5-star, just as everyone else did over the past year when they started the game. And so they're just kind of changing up. It's no longer the pre-registration and whatnot. It's now just a newcomer thing going forward that you're going to be able to do, starting with the 2.4 update. And I believe you'll actually get the rewards then, but even if you start in between the 23rd and the 2.4 update beginning, you'll still get those rewards. For those of you that spend money, the top-up bonus will reset. So for your first time purchase of all the different packages in the shop, you will be able to get double the rewards again, something you haven't been able to do since your first top-up purchase whenever you started playing. So this is nice for people that spend some extra Luminite going forward. You can turn into astrite or whatever you want. So cool. We have an anniversary points exchange event here, and you can read there. You basically will complete tasks, turn tokens, which then you can use to exchange for anything in the shop. They have items that came out during limited time before, as you can see here with the weapon skins, and then with some of the special phantom echoes. You'll also be able to get more pulls from the shop, more main stat changers, and other stuff that you usually get from the exchange shops in Wuthering Waves. They also mentioned that starting with 2.3, Wuthering Waves will officially be available on Steam. So if you want to get it on Steam then, you can go ahead and do that. If you haven't played the game yet, but you're watching this video, shout out you, subscribe, why not? Hey. But yeah, the Steam version will be out then. Here they briefly mention things that aren't coming out right away, but they're working on them. We have quest tracking improvements, because trust me, it can be annoying sometimes. Their improvements with Echo upgrading, trying to make it smoother. Not quite the changes of, substats that we're talking about, but other changes that will improve Echo upgrading and whatnot, and just kind of some more quality of life stuff. And then we have the new summer skins, which, boy, this should be interesting. We're getting Chang-Li summer skin. Looks to be some swimsuit of some kind. Kind of tough to see her outfit with her laying down in this art, but that is what that is. And then we'll be getting Carlotta as well in a bathing suit. These, I believe, will be coming out after, I believe they said 2.4, so not immediately in the 2.3, but we'll be getting those skins for those of you that have been looking for new skins for the characters. Here we go. We're getting 2 new ones right there. And they'll be giving out for 300 Lunites off purchasing an outfit, which if you already have the voucher from the first time when we got Jinsei, because you didn't buy Jinsei's outfit, then you'll also be able to combine them, it looks like they say, for 600 then off one of these skins. So if you're a big Chang-Li or Carlotta fan, there you go. If not, I'm assuming you can keep holding on to it for whenever they bring out the next batch of outfits for whoever's next. They mentioned here they'll be releasing a series of dev team videos. So if you're interested on how the dev team creates the game, interested on seeing what goes on with the dev team, you can go ahead and watch those when they come out. There will be a special photography event based on in-game photography. The winners, like their pictures, will be shown in-game on loading screens. So that's actually kind of cool. So if you wanted that, make sure you get some great pictures of Wuthering Waves and make sure you send them in on this event. Merchandise, they apparently are making a Cantarella chibi figure. I would imagine they'll make other ones, but it seems Cantarella is the first one they're starting off with here. So you can see that there. They haven't announced, it seems to be prototype, so whenever they announce that they'll be selling it, you can get ready and buy that if you want that. They're also going to be making chibi cube figures, which I guess you're going to be able to stack them on each other when they come out. But if you want them, it says they will be coming soon, and whatever resonator you want. So maybe you're a big fan of, I'm a big Camilla fan, so maybe I'll get that. Looks cool. But whatever you're a fan of, you can get it, or you can get all of them and stack them on top of each other, because that's what they do. Again, as I mentioned, here is the collaboration between Wuthering Waves and Cyberpunk Edgerunners. As you can see, 2026 coming soon. So we got about a year, probably, or more. Until then, it depends when it comes out in 2026. If it's late 2026, we got more than a year, but we'll see. I'm super pumped. I will 110% be pulling for Lucy if they do bring us characters, and she is one of them. 1,000,000%. And then the very last thing here on our video is a new map area will be coming to Resonators in 2.4. So there will be new exciting things to look at and do there. That finishes our coverage of this live stream. This video, I feel, is still going to end up being pretty long, but not quite as long as watching this entire thing through yourself. So if you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. If you're new, more Wuthering Waves videos will be coming out very soon. But yeah, I hope you all staying happy and healthy, having the best of days. Let me know if you're excited for anniversary in the comments down below, and I will catch you all in the next video.